I am completely inspired to be developing a living library. I've put together all the things that I love, and a living library came out. Transformation of ugly places, making them really beautiful. Understanding and working with ecological systems, working with cultural and biodiversity, and involving people, educating people. It makes complete sense to me, and I love this work. And it's meant to be all over the world. It's really a planetary genre. But each branch living library and think park is unique because each place is unique. And when I work with communities, we look at the local resources, human, ecological, economic, historic, technological, and aesthetic, through the lens of time, past, present, and future, so that any place, could be the poorest of poor places, we discover this rich content that's right around us and who we are. It's very powerful. It's a very powerful way to work. The metaphor for a living library is that everyone and everything on Earth and in space is part of a living library. People, birds, trees, air, water, and all the things that we create, such as parks and gardens and schools and curricula and artworks and networks and communities. It's a way to understand that culture and technology is part of nature. It's all nature. A think park is meant to make us think, feel, and be more empathetic. The life frame shows us a way to frame life so we can see it and experience it more profoundly. A living library is practical and it's transformative. Ugly places become beautiful and people become involved and educated and take ownership of their environment. And A.L.L has a proven track record. We have multiple projects in San Francisco, and we have a project in New York. It's really a planetary genre. One of the exciting projects in San Francisco, behind me are labels as artworks. This is a Fremonodendron flower that shows the maps of the nature walk that's being developed, which is linking multiple schools and parks and public housing and streets, leading down to a currently hidden creek, the Islayas Creek. And this nature walk, which is really creating a new expressive narrative landscape, is a prototype for what could be happening throughout the whole watershed, which is the largest in San Francisco, that links 11 communities. So behind me, these are proofs of these labels. This one here is actually, it may be hard to see from this distance, but this shows the drought-tolerant understory plants. This larger one shows the trees, the drought-tolerant trees that have already been planted. And this is a Lavaterra-shaped flower, which is one of the species that is predominating in this landscape, and many other species. Below it is a monarch butterfly-shaped sign, proof of a sign. The signs will be high pressure laminate, very thick, very high quality, beautiful in the landscape. And this monarch butterfly shows the species of wildlife that are being reattracted to these environments because of the planting that we're doing. And the signs will be installed in a grove of signs, as in a grove of flowers. So that's just one example of an exciting project. But now it's time to take a living library to different countries. It's meant to be a planetary genre. It's always been designed to be that. And now there's interest from India, Udaipur, India, and Chengdu, China, and Mexico City, Mexico, among others. But I'm focusing for the purpose of this fellowship on these three sites, these three communities that have really expressed considerable interest in bringing me and a living library to their countries to work with the communities, the local communities, and develop a unique branch living library. And I'm hoping that the Rauschenberg Foundation will choose to give me a fellowship so that I can do this work in the next 2 years. It's ripe, and the time is now to act on the interest and to make this real. And it's my belief, my strong belief, that once we develop these in other countries, that there will be other sites that will also want to join with us. So I thank you very much for your interest, and I hope in advance your support, and I look forward to meeting you in person and talking further. Thank you so much.